Ethel Merman, one of the legendary figures of American show business, died today at the age of 75. Miss Merman, whose brassy voice made her a Broadway institution for more than 4 decades, was found dead of natural causes in her Manhattan apartment. Miss Merman was born in Queens, New York, and became a secretary after high school, but got local singing jobs to supplement her income. That led to a small movie part, nightclub acts, a spot at the Paramount Theater, and then her first Broadway role in the Gershwin musical Girl Crazy. She stopped the show with the number I Got Rhythm. Her later hits included some of Broadway's great musicals, including Panama Hattie in 1940, Annie Get Your Gun, 1946, Call Me Madam in 1950, and the Sondheim musical Gypsy in 1959. In 1979, on the PBS special The Great Singers, Ethel Merman described how she got her big break with George Gershwin.
I was working in a theater in Brooklyn, New York, called the Brooklyn Paramount Theater. It was a Brooklynites. Well, it was a stage presentation house. By that I mean that the feature film was shown about 6 or 7 times a day, and in between the showing of the feature film, there was a stage show. And I was a young gal singer in that stage show. And I thought I was pretty good. Well, anyhow, at that time, they were casting for a show called Girl Crazy. Miss Ginger Rogers had already been signed as the star of the show. A man by the name of Vinton Friedley was producing it. Mr. George Gershwin was writing the music. His brother Ira was writing the lyrics. Well, the talk about this gal singer got around, and one day, unbeknownst to me, Mr. Friedley came over to the Brooklyn Paramount, and as we say in our profession, he caught my act. Well, I guess he thought I was pretty good too, because the next thing I knew, he had contacted my agent and I, and Mr. Friedley went up to see Mr. Gershwin. Mr. Gershwin lived at Riverside Drive and 74th Street, overlooking the Hudson River. And not only was I in awe of meeting the great George Gershwin, I was in awe of the apartment building, because I'd never seen anything as tall as that, because I was a young gal living in Astoria, Long Island, with my parents where I was born. Anyhow, up we go to this beautiful roof garden. George Gershwin had one side of it, and his brother Ira had the other side. They had the whole thing all sewed up, all to themselves. And we're ushered into this beautiful living room, and after a little conversation with Mr. Gershwin, he sat down at the piano and he played 3 songs, which I eventually wound up singing in the show, because fortunately I got the part. But the point I'm trying to make is this, ladies and gentlemen, that he was this great man, this great genius, humble man, and me, a complete unknown at the time. He said something to me which I will never forget as long as I live. He said, Miss Merman, if there's anything about these songs that you don't like, I'll be most happy to change them. And you know you never change a note in a Gershwin tune. Well, anyhow, this next song I'm going to sing for you is one of the songs that he played. And this is the song that really put me on the map. I got rhythm, I got music, I got my man who could ask for anything more. I got daisies in green pastures, I got my man who could ask for anything more. An old man trouble, say I don't mind him, but you won't find him hanging around my front or back door. Who could ask for anything more? Who could ask for anything?
Composer Irving Berlin once said this about Ethel Merman: you can give her a bad song and she'll make it sound good. Give her a good song and she'll make it sound great. And you'd better write her a good lyric. The guy in the last row of the second balcony is going to hear every syllable. Good night, Judy.
She's one of a kind. Good night, Robin. That's our news hour for tonight. I'm Judy Woodruff. Thank you and good night.